You're watching 13 Wham ABC. And this is 13 Wham News at 6.
We begin with breaking news on several fronts tonight. A suspect dies during a shootout with Rochester police after they say he shot 3 others, 1 fatally, leading officers on a chase. Also tonight, what led to charges of bribery against New York State Assemblyman Joe Arrigo. And Florida, a scene of devastation from Hurricane Michael. We'll take a look at the damage from this near Category 5 storm. Good evening. I'm Don Alhart. First, we're going to go right to that compelling video as our reporter and photographer witnessed a homicide suspect leading police on a long chase. They were zigzagging through Rochester while shooting out the window of that van.
This individual was clearly on a mission. Clearly on a mission.
Police say that suspect targeted family members, shooting 3 people, killing 1 of them. That chase putting all Rochester City schools on lockout. Now, the suspect in that case later died in a shootout with police. We have team coverage tonight, several crews at the scenes all day. We're going to begin with Jane Flashy in the newsroom tonight. Jane?
Well, Don, a very dangerous situation for police and for people on the street. It started when officers linked the 3 shootings to a rented U-Haul driven by the suspect. We now know the shooter is 47-year-old Terrell Henry and that he intended to shoot his entire family. A homicide suspect fleeing police, firing along the way.
Shots fired at 4 Star Goodman. Vehicles continuing.
I heard gunshots and came outside here on the corner and saw a lot of commotion, people scrambling around.
Police say shortly before this pursuit, the suspect shot at 2 people on Post Avenue. A female believed to be his ex-girlfriend was killed. It's alleged he then moved on to the neighborhood near School 25, shooting a man identified as his son.
This was a dangerous incident. This individual clearly had a mission.
We believe the suspect had every intention of killing many more people than he was able to.
Police moved in, helicopters, more officers. All city schools were put in a lockout, kids brought inside, doors and windows secured.
I left my car in park in the middle of the street and just tried to run to the school trying to get the kids.
The vehicle ended up crashing into a driveway, some other vehicles, and shots were exchanged, and the suspect suffered a fatal gunshot wound.
Today, I am really, truly blessed that the police have done what they have done to try to get this person.
Now, during that chase, the suspect targeted a sheriff's deputy. That deputy got into a defensive stance and returned fire. Police brought this to an end without injury to themselves or to anyone on the street. Mayor Warren, a few minutes ago, thanked officers for literally putting themselves in the line of fire. In the newsroom, I'm Jane Flash.
Well, thank you, Jane. As we saw there, this scene spread across a number of neighborhoods. 13 Wham's Andrew Bain is speaking with people who witnessed that high-speed chase. He joins us live now from where that violent spree ended. Andrew?
Yeah, Don, you can see I'm right across from Francis and Bay Street here, and you can see there's still police tape and cruisers blocking it off. No cars have been allowed down there all day long. And I talked with people who live here, residents who saw this happen as it was unfolding. They saw the chase. They saw the shooting that happened moments after, like you saw earlier. Our own crew captured those moments. You can see the U-Haul going by and then police cruisers right behind it, and then a shootout moments later. Now, those who saw it here tell me it was a terrifying sight.
You see the one officer begin to shoot fire, and then everything ended down there at Francis. I'm definitely glad that they got the person. I'm definitely glad for that. I send my condolences to the family whose lives has been taken because of this maniac.
Scary moments here for those that live in this neighborhood. And we're also learning that because there are still many streets that look like this one that are closed off right now, Rochester City School District has announced that there will be delays still in bringing kids home from school today. Even just moments ago, I've still seen buses driving by, dropping kids off, even at this late hour after 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live from Rochester, Andrew Banis, 13 WHAM News.
And thank you, Andrew. We now go to the scene where all of this started today. It was over on Post Avenue. That's where Samantha Miles has been all day, talking with neighbors, many saying they heard shots fired last night, even before this incident today. Samantha?
Yeah, Don, they said between 11:30 and 12 last night, a lot of neighbors heard shots. You can see the house right behind me where police continue to investigate where the man and woman were shot. When neighbors heard the shots fired last night, nobody called police. Now they're asking what led to this shooting spree on what they describe as a quiet block. Police got calls just after 9:30 this morning about shots fired on Post Avenue near Arnett Boulevard, and they found a man and woman shot inside a home. The female victim died. Neighbors say police have been called to this house multiple times in the past year. They say today's shootings frightening many locked inside their homes for safety while their children were on lockout at city schools.
I just got a call from the school, from the principal, saying that all the kids were in lockdown, sitting on the floor in the cafeterias against the wall. We're all in shock because nothing has ever happened since I've been here, and my other neighbor who's been here for 15 years, nothing has ever happened since she's been here. So we're kind of like, we don't want it to start happening, on our street.
Whatever brought this here on, it had to be something serious dealing within the household, and they should have tried to find out exactly what that is.
And you hear from neighbors that exact question tonight. What exactly led to this? We're still working to learn more about the victims involved. For now, we're live in Rochester. Samantha Miles, 13 WHAM News.
Thank you, Samantha, and we will continue to follow the story. You can watch today's news conferences, the raw video as well from our crews gathered during that wild chase. That's all available on 13wham.com.